What are the major benefits of the IPGCE? So it is a globally acknowledged teaching qualification, giving you an edge when seeking teaching positions across the world. Okay, so before we start, the IPGCE is not, and I repeat, is not QTS. It doesn't give you QTS. However, it does give you a stepping stone to give you that sort of base of understanding and the skills to actually deliver high quality classes and high quality lessons in an established school. So what it gives you is the confidence to go to interview and to perform well in front of an established head or an established deputy head or somebody working in an international school. So you're not going to go there and you're not going to have anything to talk about. So that is what really the Derby course is all about. It's giving you the confidence to then apply for jobs in schools that are currently sort of a level above where you are at the moment. So that's the whole purpose of the course. It could also be that you're currently in an international school and you're worried that you don't have the qualifications to make you a secure teacher within that organization. So that's another reason you might want to do that. And I know a lot of teachers got into really, really good international schools during the pandemic and other times, especially here in China. And there's probably a lot of pressure on you from outside to actually get that qualification. So if you are in that position, great, but you really do need to get that additional qualifications before you can say that you're entirely secure within your school. And the other thing is, here in China, and I know from a personal experience, that the regulations for hiring and for teachers in China can change overnight. So you really do need to get as many qualifications as possible, especially here and in other countries, especially countries like Malaysia or Thailand or Hong Kong or places like that. You do need to have these qualifications in order to be secure. So if you don't have an IPGCE at the moment, you've just got a TEFL or something similar to that, I would really recommend you getting an IPGCE because it's going to give you more opportunities to explore other countries, and also it provides you with more professional horizons in which for you to look. Another really important part is if you are looking to become a professional educator and you're looking to enhance your teaching skills, the program aims to mold you into becoming an effective educator or a leader in a multicultural school. So what that really means is it's aimed at not teaching you how to teach in an English school in England. It's designed to allow you to teach in an international setting. So many of the other courses, and I won't name them, are basically carbon copies of the PGCE in the UK, which is fine, which is not a problem. But as many of you already realize very, very quickly, teaching in the UK, if you have done it, and teaching abroad or teaching in any other country in the world is very, very different. Okay, there are good parts to teaching in the UK, although not very many, and there are lots of really good aspects of teaching internationally, but it is very distinct, and teaching in different countries, be it in China, be it in Vietnam, be it in Thailand, or any international country outside the UK, you really do need to have that understanding of where you are coming from. So you'll acquire knowledge of a diverse teaching methods to guide you and evaluate your students from varied backgrounds. So the course will also impart skills to address the learning needs of students from different cultures. So the point of the course is to give you different skills and to give you a different understanding of how to deliver courses, also how to, especially if you're looking to move into a leadership position, or you're looking to maybe lead a department or something like that, you do need to have these kind of understanding. You need to have the language to speak to communicate with your peers as well. So other teachers within the school, you do need to be able to have a coherent conversation with them about education and pedagogy and things like that. And if you're not able to do that, you haven't got the understanding of all the different, of at least the basics, which is what the IPGCE is trying to get you to. So it's a sort of a basic level. If you don't have that, and you don't have that understanding, you don't have that foundation, it's going to be really hard for you to be secure in an international school, and it really would be impossible for you to get a job in a really sort of elite top international school. It's just not going to happen, because you're not going to get past the interview stage. Okay, so career advancement. So this is really this is what most people would say is the number one reason for doing the IPGCE. It is nice to do. A lot of people sort of do enjoy the course once they start it, but it's not something that you would, it's not something you would go out to do if it didn't have something at the end of it. And the whole point of the IPGCE course, especially at Derby, is not for teachers that are already in international schools and have got a secure position, all the rest of it. I would say 95% of the teachers and students that enter the IPGCE at Derby are looking to move into a better international school or better position within their current school. So once you've completed the course, it will definitely unlock new avenues in education. It facilitates career advancement, potential leadership roles, specialization in areas like special needs or language instruction, and can pave the way for professional growth in the teaching realm. So the idea being is that once you've got this IPGCE, and what we're finding now is with a lot of people that have completed the IPGCE, they are then moving on to masters or QTS, and actually some have also gone on to do the EDD program as well, which is like the PhD program. So it's really a stepping stone for future career advancement. Of course, we're not saying that everybody has to do QTS. We're not saying that everybody has to do masters, but it is a logical progression. And as you know, with all things education-wise and all things to do with universities, it is an arms race. And what used to be, if you've got a bachelor's, especially when I was leaving the university, having a bachelor's was definitely seen to be a very high level of education. And when you went into teaching, there weren't that many people with masters. Whereas now, virtually, lots and lots of people now have a master's. So it is really important to get that first base done, get yourself secure, and then if you want to, and what a lot of people are doing, is to move on to do a master's or further. So further on with the benefits of the IPGCE at Derby, personal growth. Of course, lifelong learning is something that is really important. And if you are an educator and you're somebody that you are passionate about, then really, if you're asking your students to do this, you really do need to be asking yourself to do that as well. Okay, so lifelong learning is something that you need to do as a teacher, and it's something that if you are passionate about, it's something that you will do because that's something, if you're passionate about education, then you always want to learn. So it doesn't have to be always doing programs from university and things like that. It could be anything. It could be lots of other different programs. It could be all about, you can improve the way that you intonate. It could be about the way that you deliver classes. There's thousands of different ways to improve yourself, but personal growth and lifelong learning is something that you really need to think about. So the program also nurtures critical thinking, problem solving, and communication skills. So one of the things that Derby is now doing, especially for this September, is that they're changing the way the course is delivered. So students from this September will have an opportunity to have to do 3 different types of assessment for the different units. So whereas previously the assessments were very much written, and it was you were doing three assignments of 4,000 words. Now what the university is looking to do is to improve that and to move away from it just being rote learning. So the idea being is you've got an opportunity to do 3 different types of assessment, and obviously that will improve your communication skills, and also it will boost people's confidence and self-awareness. So a lot of people, some people are very, very good at speaking. Some people are very good at writing. If you are really good at writing, you love writing, then, do 3 written assignments. That's fine. That's not a problem at all. But if you are somebody that really thrives on delivering presentations and maybe poster presentations or something like that, or doing an online, doing some sort of online presentation, then you have the opportunity to do that. Another one that a lot of people sort of overlook is expanding your network, especially if you are new to teaching or international education. It is really, really important that you are always networking. And the reason I say that is not sort of from a sort of purely sort of, I've got to get a job, I've got to get a job somewhere else, so I've got to find somebody that works in a certain school, for example. What I'm saying is that you, by always expanding your network, and it's something that I always work on, and it's something I've tried to work on throughout my career, is you just don't know where people will end up. So if you are looking to stay in teaching, really, really important to keep hold of people that you get to know when you're on this course, because you don't know where they will be in 5, 10, 15 years time. And because the network is relatively small, you will find that people that you knew previously will be in schools or somewhere you want to be in the future. So the more you expand your network, the more people you will know in places that you potentially want to go. And also that allows you to then understand, if you are applying for a job, you will definitely find somebody within the course that knows somebody, or somebody that is directly working in that school before you apply. So it kind of just sort of shortcuts your decision-making process, which is really important when you're applying. So you really don't want to be applying for somewhere that's not going to be a good fit for you.